Hey guys, it's Intel365 bringing you a tutorial in my tutorial series in Sony Vegas, After Effects and Cinema 4D. This will run alongside Dark Souls. What I'm going to be showing you today is Kinetic Typography in Sony Vegas. Didn't know how to demonstrate it, so this is how I'm doing it. So let's jump into Vegas. Hey guys, we're in Sony Vegas now, let's get started. This is the voice I'm going to use. It's best, well, it's not, as you saw in the last one, I was talking quite quickly and I managed to sync everything up fine. But things like this, Kinetic Typography is the best. Will be hellishly a lot easier to work with than what I did for the introduction to this video. So let's get started. You want to go to Media Generators, Solid Color. Just choose any, it doesn't matter, you can always mess around with the colour of it. Okay, so let's choose, oh god no, yeah, let's choose a nice blue. Maybe, it works quite well with sort of pastel-y colours, sort of dark colours it might look a bit tacky. But again, you know, use this in whatever way you want to. So let's go for that sort of blue. So you just want to drag it to the end of here. Okay, so you've got the Kinetic, just a blue screen, nothing else. Now what you want to do is go to text, titles and text. It's good in Sony Vegas 12, they've given you sort of pre-made text effects, so like with this one you might have saw in my last video, is the best. So like that's sort of good. I mean, for this effect you could use those, but for now we're just going to use our own. So just drag in your sample text, and you're going to want to make as many words. In the last video you saw different sections, so this here that you're seeing now, this part is one section. So listen to it, see how many words there are, what the words are, and then plan how many other video, add as many video tracks as you need. So Kinetic Typography is the best. Right, okay. So let's start with the first one. So you can also press Control Shift Q to add in video, and you can add in as many as you want, but we're not going to use that many. So choose what text you want. I'm just going to go with impact again. There you go. The first word, I think, oh my dear lord, the first word I think was kinetic. So put kinetic there. Now you want to move it sort of anywhere you want. If you have lower versions of Sony Vegas, you'll have to go into Event Pan Crop and move it that way, but Sony Vegas Pro 12 lets you sort of do it and resize it all here. So I'm going to put that nice and big there, like that. So now, as soon as it comes on, match it up with here, Kinetic. So it wants to be there. So just slide that there. Kinetic type. Now the best transition I find with these is linear wipe. Either way, whichever one you want to use, but I do find that these give the best effect. When you first put it on, it might put it on like that, huge. Kinetic type, and it comes in a bit. Kinetic type, a bit too slow. Kinetic, again, maybe a bit too slow. Kinetic type, that's better. Kinetic. Now you want to leave that like that, so it's right at the end of the clip. It stays there the whole clip for this section. Kinetic type. Right, okay. Now all you literally need to do is just copy, paste, find out where the next word is, So you can see if you look at your markers, that's basically each word, and that's why I'm saying if you talk slower it's easier to do than when you're talking fast. So kinetic, and then the next word, typography, typography. So it's from there to there, so you know that. So slide that in, bring that to the end. Okay, so all you literally do now is type typography, put it wherever you want. A good effect is clumping them all up. It works quite well, so if you clump on up there, there, and have the rest on the side, but we'll go with something different. We'll put it there. So now you've got kinetic typography. It looks a bit slow, but it's because I'm talking slow. Maybe a bit faster it might have more of an effect, but still works the same way. Is the best. So the next bit is the best. So you just paste it again. Is. There you go. And literally just type in is. Why isn't that showing up? Okay, I don't know why that wasn't showing up. Oh, because it's the linear wipe hasn't fully brought it in yet. Is B is. So you'll find maybe sometimes while you're editing things just fit in and you look at it and think, because it sort of looks, it's meant to look a bit crazy and a bit all over the place, or it can give the effect of being like quite, you know, sort of close together and stuff like that. But you might find like it just fits and it looks okay. Kinetic typography is the best. And then the last bit, the best. See, now the best is quite quick, but you still want to separate the words, so you don't want is the best all on the same one, because it just won't look that good. Whoa. Okay, move on now to there. So this is going to be, maybe have that there. The best. The best. Right, and now best, because it's quite close up, have it closer there. Yeah, because I've sort of put more emphasis on the, so that might look okay. The best. The best. So if we watch it all now, kinetic typography is the best. Right. Now you might have saw in the introduction, I mean, you can play around with this as much as you want. I'm not going to go through everything because, yeah, it's just, there's so many things you can do. I mean, if you saw my intro, that's only like a smidgens on what you can do in Vegas for this sort of effect for kinetic typography. But this is another thing that you might like to do. So if you stretch out that to about there, go to media generators again, go to solid color. I think I'm going to go for black. I think I'll do. Okay, now you want to go to event pan crop and you want to go to mask. Now in Sony Vegas Pro 12 they give you masking options like that. I don't know if you can see that. They give you so you can mask out shapes, so you don't have to use the pen tool, so that makes it a hell of a lot easier. But you can make anything, like you saw the lines going across on the intro. I mean, you can make thin ones where the words will run across. That bit was quite quick, but you can make it nice and slow. If you're doing lyrics to something, you can animate another one coming in like that. There's just literally loads you can do. For this effect. So if we put them at the start, make sure as well that okay. Alright. So okay. Alright. Yeah, I found this happened every now and then. There's like a bit of a black spot. Oh no. Oh yeah, there. You don't really want that, you want it to flow. So just literally... Yeah. So, say if you want that black line going across, go to Event Pan Crop. Make sure this is locked on. Sync cursor, this syncs this cursor with that one. So if you're at the start of this one, you're at the start of that clip. If you're at the end, you're at the end. So make sure everything's that. So if we want it to start, we want it to start off the screen. So go click on position. Make sure that's selected, so it can only move in X only, so that's side to side, like that. Make sure it's fully off the screen, like that. And then you're being a bit, I don't know, sort of devious, I suppose. You're sort of making people think that it's moving when it's not. So as it comes in there, starts moving. Now for this whole duration, it's not moving, but the text is sliding across it, so that obviously gives the impression that it is moving. So you'll have Kinetic Typography is the best. So when that line, obviously you can change the speed of it to however you want. Mine was a bit quick on the introduction, but totally up to you. And then if you want text scrolling across it, it is literally just the same as that. Bring in your text, titles and text. Yeah, let's put that on actually. So don't make it the full way across this time, because obviously it's going to be sliding off, depending on the speed you want it. If you want it there, obviously it's going to take a hell of a lot longer to go off. So we're going to have it there. So when that comes on, that'll pop up. So we're going to change it to, oh god, hello. Right, and this is going to be on this black line there. So that pops up like that. Let's just move it. So it pops on like that. Maybe change the colour to black. That's an effect I sort of like to use, so it looks like it's sort of in the actual inside the bar. It's like popping up from that. You can have it still if you want it moving, same as the black bar. Zoom out. So at the start of it, you want it to pop in. You want it to start off the screen, and then through the whole selection, through the whole process, you want it to go off. So, oh great, nice. That was a really good effect. If we restore that. bring it. Oh my dear lord, I've never used this program, it seems. Restore that. Right, okay. So you want it to start off the screen. And then for the duration of it, you want it to come off there and go across like that. So now, miss the effect then. Okay, well you get the idea anyway. So keep playing with that. Again with the shapes, you know, you can play around with them. If you want to make a circle to come in halfway through maybe along the mask, then just select circle. Oh god. You can do more shapes as well. If you get PNGs of shapes, you can literally then, you are literally set to do anything you want. Okay. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you've got any questions then let me know.
Kinetic Typography is the best.
If you want to see any other tutorials that you're not sure on, let me know and I'll do them. I'll leave an example at the end of the video of an introduction I did for someone, so I hope you like that as well. Using this sort of effect, it was actually the first try I've ever done of it, so I hope you enjoy, guys. Alright, bye.